Hello, welcome back to Metalhead Nation Garage. I'm Chris, your host. Hey, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hey, we got the topic today is Journey. Journey is starting to implode a little bit. They are a lot of issues going on. People suing each other, and I tell you, it's just a mess right now. But we're going to dedicate most of the show to Journey, and we'll go from there. Let you decide, and leave some comments, and we'll go from there. Let's just start out at the beginning. Back in 1987, after I believe it was Raised on a Radio album tour. After that, Steve Perry took a hiatus from Journey, and the band broke up. So they left there. But as we get to that too, the bass player had been fired. The drummer. I mean, some people had left early on. I mean, we go back to. When Steve Perry joined the band, they was instrumental. So, it was different when he came on with the vocals, and so powerful too. I mean, he's a great singer, and he knew that. He put him, on, the spotlight. I mean, put him, their albums #1 in Billboard. I mean, sold out tours. They did stadiums. They toured all over. I mean, and, late 70s and 80s, man, nobody really had any more hits than them. Maybe Foreigner did, but Journey was red hot, #1. So, and as Steve Perry said, he just got burned out, come 1987, and needed a break. And so he did take that break. The band broke up, and move on to 1994. The band got, Steve Perry did a solo album. So he did that, put that out. 2 years later, 1996, he calls Neil up and wants to get the band back together. So they did a greatest hits album with a couple new tracks, and was planning on touring. And as they was preparing for that, Steve Perry went out, and he likes to trail, and he was out west trailing, and hurt his hip. I don't know how, if he slipped, he fell, or he just hurt it, on the rugged trail. But and coming to that postponed a lot of things, and one thing led to another, and the band came with that recommendation there, said, hey, you need to get your hip operator on so we can tour. And Steve, he didn't like that. So he, said, no, I'm not having you guys determine or that I need surgery or have anything to say about my body. So, and with that, they disbanded again. So after that, Jonathan, Kane, and Neil, they started looking for singers. They had one, Steve Agari. He came in, made an album. They toured, successful. He had some vocal issues, keeping up with them Steve Perry lyrics, and he actually left on a tour, and Jeff Scott Soto came in. So Jeff Scott Soto came in, and finished at the tour, and then he left the band, and then here we come with Parnell. So their current lead singer, which they're touring, very good. I mean, they was in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and everybody was together, smiling and everything. Everything seemed good, but as Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And before that too, another solo album with Steve Perry, and supposedly him and Neil sat down and talked. They had coffee and this and that leading up to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And, they was hoping maybe Steve might perform. That didn't happen. But after that, that's when the lawsuit started coming about. Although it was secret there for a while, but they had board members, voting and for this, for that. A couple more members left. Smith, the drummer, and the bass player, they was exited, got a buyout because they was going behind Neil's back and for, Journey rights and things. So that happened. Steve Perry, he has all of his rights to the songs and commented that Neil and Jonathan Cain, they have sold their rights to the song. So if a movie comes out, soundtrack, people are looking at the Journey songs, they have to get approval from Steve Perry. He's the only one that's I shouldn't say former. He is a board member of Journey, so it's his band also. They have to call him to get the okay to use that song and explain to him, what they're using it for. I mean, so then he, Steve Perry's pretty much into that, and he, to what Journey is doing. So now he sued the band again for clothing rights. He was saying he's involved in that, being a member, being on the board, and said he was, something financially that he may be getting shorted cash on this situation. So, and then of course, Neil came out and said that was a bogus charge, yada, yada, yada. It's in courts. The lawyers are taking care of it. And now we come to present day. Today, Neil Sean is like the CEO of Journey on the board. Jonathan Cain is a financial officer. So what is happening now is Neil Sean has sued Jonathan Cain. Jonathan Cain has not given him access to accounts, an Amex card account, where all of these, the accounts that they use to pay band members, to pay roadies, to, book touring dates and things, a little bit of everything. And, Neil, for the last year, as he talks about it, he's been trying to get access to this to see, hey, where'd the money going, So there's some sort of shortage, or he wouldn't be communicating that with his lawyers and to Jonathan Cain. So anyways, he sued to get access to that account. It's going to court on this and see where it goes. I mean, it's just, man, I don't know if Journey's going to make a tour next year. Are they even going to stay as a band? I mean, there's a lot of issues coming on with this. I mean, they're kind of just imploding in front of our eyes. And I guess as we look at it and you go back, they've always had these issues. I mean, bands have issues, but Lord have mercy. I mean, this is kind of the second, maybe third time around for Journey to make it. And sometimes you don't get that many chances. I mean, one in particular other band that got that second chance is Aerosmith. They came out and imploded for whatever reason. Drugs and alcohol is usually it. And then they came up with, in the 80s and came back and got Joe Perry back in the band. So Journey here, I don't know where they go from here. I just don't know. And leave a comment if you got anything to add to this. And, if I'm missing out or something, and let me know on the channel. And moving on with Journey, there is this other issue with that Neil says he cannot talk about, but because his lawyer said not to until the court date happens. But he said he's going to talk about it then. But there's other explosive charges he's going to put on Jonathan Cain that they're going to talk about. So again, folks, I don't know where this is going to lead, but I'm just telling you right now, it isn't good. And so we'll see from there. And, and that's enough for the Journey. Please leave your thoughts down here in the comments. If I left something out, please add to it. This is what this channel is all about. And And moving on, man, we're going to talk about some Pantera today. You know, Pantera getting back together. They are in the studio rehearsing the lineup, for the tour down South America. They're also going to Europe and performing. And they've also, as of today, added 9 more days. So this is getting bigger and bigger as Pantera hits the newsreel and everything. But all is good. They said they're playing all together. They're practicing hard, and Zach has always said, I'm playing it. I'm gonna be Zach. He said, I'm not gonna be Dimebag. I don't sound like him, but I'm gonna do it. I'm just prepared for me to sound like Dime. He said, just like in Ozzy, when he plays the Randy Rhoads era music for Ozzy, he sounds like Zach. He don't sound like Randy. Jake E. Lee, the Ultimate Sin album, I sound like myself. So we, and that's okay. I mean, as long as they come out and they do it, and I guarantee you, it's going to be a hell of a show. I mean, everybody's excited. Again, 9 more dates. That is incredible. So I can't wait. And this is all overseas too. So I can't wait till they come back to the States to see what kind of reaction they get. I think it's going to be big. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to be stadium tours or anything like that. But I could just, as the popularity is coming back, I could see arena tours. So, them headlining that and have a couple acts open up. But we'll see. I mean, the promoters have got to offer that. So, and hopefully they don't make a mistake like they did on Wash. You remember that the fans, called the promoters of local cities here in the States to get the Wasp tour. So let's hope they don't make a mistake like at Wasp, because people want to hear this rock. They want to hear this heavy metal music. I can tell you that, and it's all good. And that's all I have today for this episode. So again, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next episode at Metalhead Nation Garage.